Hello and good afternoon, everybody. How is everyone doing? Oh, very well. Today we have a class on something that's going to be coming up for everybody eventually. Um, but right now it is only for certain group of people. But since it will eventually come up for everybody, I figure it's a good thing to talk about. So right now they're coming out with the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine booster shot. And there's only a few requirements really. From what I checked in, you have to have had your first two shots of the Pfizer vaccine at least 6 months ago. If it's within 6 months, then you don't need the booster. If it's after 6 months, they say that you can get the booster. It's a good thing. It just kind of keeps everything kind of going through your system to make sure that you're still healthy. I have heard from some people that it's actually, they had a lot worse a reaction to the booster shot, and just to be fully honest, that they had more of a reaction to the booster shot than they did to the initial first two shots. So I would suggest that you do get your booster on maybe a Friday, something like that. Take the weekend to recuperate. I had some people who that I know that got the shot on a Friday, and they took last Monday off, or this Monday off as well, because the effects were still hitting them pretty hard. So, they do say though that Pfizer right now is the only one that has an available booster shot. Moderna is in the works, and for the Johnson & Johnson, it's kind of unforeseen. They're not sure when that's going to happen, but it is probably in the works. I think most people did get Pfizer, but like I said, eventually it'll come out for each one. So for those of you who did get Pfizer, I'm going to go over what you can do, and you are eligible. I'm going to be getting my booster shot pretty soon here. I'm hoping things go all right. I will let you know if it's not so bad or if it's horrible. I'm hoping for not so bad, because I did meet some people at a celebration of life for my stepfather's brother, and they said that they both got their shots, and they said they maybe just a little bit of discomfort in the arm is all they really felt. So, like I said, it affects everybody differently. Pardon me. Okay. So this last update was updated on October 7th. So, not too long ago. About 12 days ago. Okay, so the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 booster vaccine is recommended 6 months or later following the primary vaccination series for certain individuals outlined below. So they're going to go over the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why for the booster shot. So who can get the booster shot? Booster shots of the Pfizer vaccine are now recommended if you got a Pfizer vaccination at least 6 months ago and are 65 or older, or are a long-term care resident that is 18 or older, or are 50 to 64 and have underlying medical conditions, or are 50 to 64 at increased risk due to social inequity, including that of communities of color. You may also consider getting the booster if you are 18 to 49 and have an underlying medical condition and are at increased risk due to social inequity, or are age 18 to 64 and work or live in a high-risk setting like a shelter. The CDC defines high-risk jobs as fire responders, healthcare workers, firefighters, police, and congregate care staff, education staff such as teachers, support staff, daycare workers, food and agricultural workers, manufacturing workers, corrections workers, U.S. Postal Service workers, public transit workers, and grocery store workers. And most of these jobs have to do with people that are around a lot of other people, and come into contact with a lot of people on a regular basis. So it's good for them to stay extra protected during this time. So those are the WHO, and I will let you know that we all qualify for the shot. So, like I said, if you had Pfizer, then you can go ahead and schedule your time to go in and go get it. What? COVID, well, let's see what they say. What? COVID-19 booster doses are meant to boost immunity that may have waned over time and are the same dose of vaccine that were given as part of the primary series. Those that should receive a booster dose are at high risk of hospitalization or death and need to be prioritized for booster doses. So like I said, basically it's not as strong in your system anymore, and so that's why you get the booster, to boost it. In a way, it's kind of to wake up the vaccine so that it stays active in you. When should you get the booster shot? Now, booster doses can be received at least 6 months after completion of the initial vaccine series. California is ready to administer boosters to those that are recommended for boosters immediately. One moment. Okay, so California, again, we're all set and ready to go because we're a huge state. And hopefully they'll start opening up. I'm tired today for some reason. Where can you get the dose? Boosters are available through all current channels, including healthcare providers, clinics, and neighborhood pharmacies. Californians can visit myturn.ca.gov or call 833-422-4255 to make an appointment or find a nearby vaccine clinic. So you don't necessarily have to go to your hospital if you don't want for some reason. I scheduled mine at Kaiser only because I want all my records to be in one spot. That way it's not like, oh, well, I got this here and I got that there, and, then it gets all kind of confused. But, we're doing pretty well. And then why? Why should we get the booster shot? So all COVID-19 vaccines continue to provide significant protection against severe illness, hospitalization, and death. However, certain populations are seeing a slight decrease in vaccine effectiveness against infection. Booster doses of vaccines are very common. They're part of the most childhood and adult vaccine series to ensure a person maintains optimal immunity against infection from a disease. So they are part of most childhood and adult vaccines. So it's kind of the same thing, same with the flu shot, things like that. You get one, and the flu shot's basically kind of like a booster shot. You get your first one, and that might be the worst one, but after that, you get one just to make sure that your system recognizes or builds up the antibodies that it needs in order to fight things off and keep you safe. And then, of course, there's also, and some people don't agree with it, but there's also the MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine that a lot of people got. I actually got the German measles when I was a kid, and I think it's because I didn't get my shot, and I was not a happy baby. But things are a bit better now. So that's the information that you need. If you want me to repeat any of this, like the myturn.ca.gov or call 833-422-4255 to kind of find out where you can get your booster shot. If it's Pfizer, right now, of course, it's only Pfizer. And they did say, the question was asked, well, can people who got the Johnson & Johnson or Moderna get the Pfizer booster? And the answer is no, just because they're not sure what that might do, how it might affect somebody, and they don't want, the whole point is to stay safe, not to put people at risk, and so it could actually turn out to be very bad. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask, as always, and be safe out there, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. All right, have a wonderful day.